blurs in violet, while the midnight moves ahead. Every light becomes a memory, every silence turns electric. I can feel the distance growing without needing it to end. Some emotions lose their edges, but they never disappear. I don't have to chase the moment, I don't have to hold it still. What was real can keep on going, even after time has changed it. When the neon fades tells me to look back. The rhythm underneath the highway keeps the silence from becoming fear. Every second feels suspended, but the future still feels near. I used to think that moving slowly meant I wasn't moving on. Now I know the quiet hours can be where the strength is born. Under slow lights I can breathe again, let the city take the weight I carried in my chest. Under slow lights I don't have to run, I can leave the past behind me without racing toward the sun. Peace is not a feeling that arrives all at once. Maybe peace is just the moment when the fighting becomes done. Maybe freedom is not distance. Maybe freedom is the choice to keep moving without needing every memory to lose its strong. The road unfolds, the colors move, slow lights fade into the blue. Violet in the distance, echoes in the blue. Somewhere in the silence, I still remember you. Midnight moves across the skyline, soft reflections fill the rain. Every color holds a feeling, every shadow knows a name. What was loud is getting quieter. What was sharp is losing shape. Still the warmth beneath the memories not completely slipped away. I don't reach into the darkness trying to bring the past back home. I just let the echoes find me, then release them when they go. Nothing has to last forever to become a part of us. Some emotions keep on glowing long after the moment's gone. There are echoes in violet, moving softly through the night. Little pieces of a feeling, still reflected in the light. There are echoes in violet, but they don't pull me behind. I can hear them without losing the direction of my life. Echoes in violet, fading into light. Every mile becomes a distance. Every distance becomes peace. What I thought would stay forever has begun to set me free. There are moments I remember, there are words I let remain. But the heart can hold a memory without holding all the pain. Maybe healing is in silence, maybe healing has a sound, like an echo growing softer every time it comes around. There are echoes in violet, moving softly through the night. Little pieces of a feeling, still reflected in the light. There are echoes in violet, but they don't pull me behind. I can hear them without losing the direction of my life. Let them rise, let them fall, let them pass through everything. Let them glow, let them go without changing what they mean. I don't need to stop remembering, I just need to stop the chase. Every echo loses power when I give it enough space. There are echoes in violet, but they sound much softer now, like a song beyond the skyline, like the rain against the clouds. There are echoes in violet, and I finally understand. I can keep the warmth they gave me without reaching for the past. Echoes in violet, drifting through the blue. Echoes in violet, I'm still moving too. Keep the color, lose the weight, let the night become a place. The echoes fade, the road stays bright. Violet disappears into the night. Somewhere between the rain and the lights below, I found a little piece I didn't know I owned. There are nights when every feeling rises higher than the sound. When the sky becomes a mirror and the the city turns around, there are memories in the distance, like reflections on the street. They appear and disappear with every passing leaf. I don't need to understand them, I don't need to make them stay. I can let them touch the surface, then dissolve into the gray. Every drop becomes a rhythm, every rhythm clears the air. I can feel the night becoming something easier to bear. Somewhere between the rain and the lights below, I found a little piece I didn't know I owned. Somewhere between the rain and the fading glow, I learned that letting go doesn't mean forgetting. Between the rain, between the light, between the memory and tonight, between the ache and moving on, I found the place where I belong. Every storm has its own language, every silence has a tone. There are feelings that grow lighter when we let them stand alone. What I carried like a question doesn't need a final line. Not every moment needs an answer to become a part of time. Somewhere between the rain and the lights below, I found a little piece I didn't know I owned. Somewhere between the rain and the fading glow, I learned that letting go doesn't mean forgetting. Let it fall, let it clear, let the night bring me here. Let the old lose its name, let the water change the I can feel the road beneath me, I can hear the city breathe. There are things I thought would break me that no longer follow me. Somewhere between the rain and the morning sky, I found the part of me that never said goodbye. Somewhere between the rain and the final glow, I kept the warmth inside and let the sadness go. Between the rain, between the blue, between the past and something new, I found a light, I found a way. Between the rain, I learned to stay. The rain grows still, the night remains, but everything feels different between the rain. You are fading without leaving. Not every memory disappears When the feeling starts to change, some remain inside the colors without carrying the pain. Some become a distant rhythm, some become a softer sound. Some return in quiet moments, then release me when they're found. I don't fight the way they visit, I don't ask them not to stay. I just notice how the meaning feels a little less the same. You are fading without leaving, turning gently into light. Not a wound I keep reopening, just a color in the night. You are fading without leaving, but I'm not afraid to see. Every memory can grow quieter without losing what it means. Fading without leaving, changing without disappearing. Softly through the blue, I can remember without returning to you. There are parts of every ending that continue in the heart, not as chains around the future, but as pieces of who we are. I can feel the old emotion without falling through the floor. What once sounded like forever doesn't own forever anymore. Stay is color, stay is sound, stay is something safe inside me now. Lose the weight, keep the glow, let the feeling change and go. Without leaving, turning gently into light. Not a wound I keep reopening, just a color in the night. You are fading without leaving, but I'm not afraid to see. Every memory can grow quieter without losing what it means. I don't need to make it vanish, I don't need to call it back. I can let it find a distance somewhere softer than the past. What was real is still real, even when it doesn't stay. I can honor what it gave me, then keep walking anyway. You are fading without leaving, like the skylight before dawn. Still a part of what is shaped me, but no longer what I want. You are fading without leaving, then the night feels less severe. I can carry what was beautiful without carrying the fear. Fading without leaving, glowing without grieving. Memory turning blue, I can keep the light without returning to you. You are fading, the road moves on, the feeling stays. is gone. Halfway between dark and day, every color feels like something that the night forgot to say. There is calm inside the distance, there is warmth beneath the cold. There are memories growing golden, even as they're getting old. I can feel the world becoming something wider than before. Not because the past is missing, but because it hurts no more. In the space before the morning, everything can change its name. What was once a heavy sorrow can become a softer flame. Blue hour memory, stay a little while, not to pull me backward, just to make the night feel mild. Blue hour memory, glowing at the edge. You are not a broken promise, you are light I haven't lost yet. Every city has a moment when the darkness starts to bend, when the lights become less lonely and the silence finds an end. Every heart has its own blue hour, when the pain begins to shift. Not erased and not forgotten, just no longer hard to live. Blue hour memory, stay a little while, not to pull me backward, just to make the night feel mild. Blue hour memory, glowing at the edge. You are not a broken promise, you are light I haven't lost yet. I can see the day approaching, but I'm not afraid of night. Both have held a part of who I am, both have taught me how to rise. I can love the way it happened without wishing it again. Some emotions become beautiful the moment they can end. Blue hour memory, you don't feel like pain, you are only warmth returning in another shade of rain. Blue hour Every silence has a sound. Every thought becomes electric when the city slows down. There are voices in the distance, there are echoes in the wires. There are memories that flicker like a field of fading fires. I used to chase the interference, trying to recover what was lost. Now I let the noise keep moving without needing what it was. Still in the static, something remains. A little warmth inside the signal, a little rhythm in the rain. Still in the static, I can hear my name. Not the voice I used to follow, but the one I found again. Static, break apart. Signal, find my lose control. Signal, lead me home. Every frequency is changing, every shadow shifts in time. What once sounded like confusion now becomes a clearer line. I can hear the space between it, I can hear what isn't there. I can hear my own direction rising through the open air. No more searching for the old sound. No more waiting for it to come around. Let the silence fill the space. Let another rhythm take its place. Still in the static, something remains. A little warmth inside the signal, a little rhythm in the rain. Still in the static, I can hear my name. Not the voice I used to follow, but the one I found again. Maybe every broken signal has a meaning of its own. Maybe losing one connection is what helps us hear. Still in the static, the night becomes clear. All the things I thought I needed are no longer pulling near. Still in the static, I can finally move. There is music in the distance, and it sounds like something new. Fade away. Signal, lead the way. Static, into blue. Signal, breaking through. The noise grows soft, the skyline warms, the night begins to lose its sharpest form. This is where the night softens. This is where I let it go. Past the edge of every feeling, past the weight of every word. There is quiet in the distance, there is peace beneath the hurt. Not a sudden kind of healing, not a perfect kind of life, just a little less resistance in the middle of the night. go.
Every color feels more gentle. Every street becomes more white. There is room for what has happened. There is room for what comes next. I don't need to call it closure. I don't need to call it fate. I can simply feel the moment when the ache begins to change. This is where the night softens, where the memories lose their weight. I don't have to lose the feeling. I just have to let it fade. Let the skyline hold the sorrow. Let the rain release the sound. Let the city keep on moving while my feet stay on the ground. Let the past become a color. Let the color become light. Let the light become a reason not to fear another night. I can miss what once was beautiful. I can mourn what couldn't stay, but I don't have to build tomorrow from the shape of yesterday. This is where the night softens, where the memories lose their weight, where the heart stops asking questions that were answered far too late. This is where the night softens and the blue begins to glow. I can keep what made me human and release what held me close. Night softens, heart opens, rain falling, weight broken. Night softens, sky grows. I keep the light and let it go. This is where the night grows kind. This is where I leave the weight behind. I don't need to keep the sorrow to remember what was true. I don't need to hold the darkness to carry all the blue. Every feeling leaves a color, every moment leaves a trace. Some become a part of healing, some become a source of strength. I can take the warmth beside me, I can leave the fear behind. I can keep the way it changed me without living in that time. Let the memory lose the way. Let the color stay. I will carry the color, not the pain. Carry the light, not the rain. I will carry the color through the night. Everything that made me stronger where the memories keep their color, but no longer hold us close. We're moving into the afterglow, with the city turning gold. We can carry what was beautiful and release what made us cold. Every mile has held a feeling, every light has marked a change. Every night became a mirror, every storm will shake the rain. We have moved through violet silence, we have watched the static clear. We have found that letting go doesn't mean the past disappears. There is warmth inside the distance, there is freedom in the blue. There are memories behind us, and the skyline breaking through. Keep the cut, leave the weight, let the night become a place. Keep the feeling, lose the fear, the afterglow is already here. We're moving into the afterglow, where the night becomes a road, where the memories keep their color, but no longer hold us close. We're moving into the afterglow, with the city turning gold. We can carry what was beautiful and release what made us cold. Into the afterglow, into the light, into the feeling, beyond the night. Into the afterglow, nothing to chase, only the space. There are endings without anger, there are goodbyes without blame. There are feelings that keep glowing, even after they have changed. We don't need to lose the memory, we don't need to hold the ache. We can let the night remember everything we chose to save. Some